Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Karev, and welcome to the Mic Council. I'm on camera for this one because, as you see, a lot of the great minds didn't show up, but I got one of the greatest minds in the game. Introduce yourself to the people.
What it do, y'all? Grumpy old man. I'm in the building. Facts.
All right, so today's episode is a hot topic, and it's a real social conscious topic. And the reason why I wanted to do this, especially with MCs, is because a lot of people think because you rap, you're ignorant. You have no knowledge, and you're just someone who just talks negativity when most rappers are actually enlightened. And the very enlightened ones are very successful.
Facts.
So
and very quiet about it.
Oh, facts, definitely. Like they just did a TV show where they talked about the rappers who went to college, and like Prodigy was up there, Lil Wayne was up there, Fonte from Little Brother, Ludacris. I'm sorry, they went to go to college, graduated from college.
Yeah, graduated. You know what I'm saying?
So like,
you changed all of them.
Yeah, it's like people out there with real knowledge that people think, oh, they represent the ghetto, so there's nothing good about them.
Right.
You know what? It's funny. I once got fired from a job for speaking my mind. I was working at a sneaker company in New Jersey, Wayne, New Jersey. And I remember one of my coworkers said, I have a scholarship. I'm thinking about either going to Keene, Montclair State, or Rutgers Newark. And the guy said, don't go to Newark because there's nothing good in Newark. And that's what they think of people in
That's how people think in general, like just regular. You know what I'm saying? Even your own family members think the same shit. So I'm not surprised that worldwide things like that.
Not even worldwide, right in our own state.
But something you just said that kind of just sparked something though.
What's up?
You said you almost got fired for speaking your mind.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is?
Yeah.
In a world where we get freedom of speech?
Yeah.
But you can't speak your mind? Like, that's bananas.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's the problem with people. Do they know what freedom is or liberty? Because people don't have freedom of speech, they have liberty of speech.
Facts.
And if you don't know the difference, then that messes you up. And because of liberty, our topic today is does hip hop cause racist stereotypes?
Yes.
And is hip hop the cause of it? What do you say?
That's definitely, without question, hands down, and it's been causing it ever since hip hop formed. You know
Talk about it. How you figure?
Because when hip hop first hit on the scene, what's the first thing they said? Oh my God, these black guys, because they thought originally, you know what I'm saying, that it was just only black people that did hip hop at first. So these black people they're gonna tear the scene up. What kind of music is this? This caused nothing but violence, nothing but, you know what I'm saying? Like from gate, we was already stereotyped. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, it took a minute for even people to catch on, because they was trying to downgrade it then. You know, it wasn't really nobody on TV yet. You know, all we knew about was Lionel Richie and, you know, things of that nature. And we had our punk rock, and you know, the '80s was tearing things up. And oh my God, here comes rap. Here comes Big Strong Melly Mel, and here comes a whole bunch of people. What the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? First of all, White Lines, just the video alone. Let's remember the reaction from that. Remember the reaction from that. That was just crazy. It was needles, all types of shit on the street. The background itself. Wow, this is what we. Listen to what he just said. This is before any of whatever NWA did, because they just escalated.
Right.
I'm talking before that, right? So it was already formulated into this music and these people are not for us. It was already divided racially.
That's deep, because even when you think about White Lines, if you're a fan of real music, The Temptations, Cloud Nine, that was the same thing, but in a different genre,
in a different form. But nobody really realized what Cloud Nine was talking about. See, at this point, nobody was really into the lyrics as they are now.
Right.
They were just listening to the tune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All that, it was just good.
Yeah.
But if you actually listen to R&B, I'm talking about back in the day R&B, even back in the day classic punk rock music, nigga, they been was
telling you shit. And that's what I'm saying. Nina Simone said the responsibility of an artist is to reflect the times in which they're living with their talent.
Yeah.
And hip hop has come from the inner city to mainstream America.
Like a mug.
And I think because people don't control the narrative, they put images of us out that are unworthy of the attention that it's getting.
Facts.
I have a beef, everybody out there. I think heritage hip hop, not only because it's mine and my partners, because we are a team. I think heritage hip hop is one of the best things that ever happened to hip hop because you get honest conversation. I'm not an artist who's washed up, who got a podcast. I'm not somebody who is just doing something because I want to take money from people. I really want to put a legacy down that hopefully everybody sees, and it will enrich society as a whole. But when I see things like World Star Hip Hop, no disrespect to Q, rest in peace. When you have websites where you have a music video, a sex video, violence, and something that's like real coonish,
which has actually took over the entire program of what it started off to be. So
right. I think it takes away from what hip hop really is. Because when you go overseas and you see people look at us, they look at us in such a negative way because of what's put out.
Exactly.
China,
music don't help either, but go ahead.
China banned hip hop.
Yeah.
Think about that. China banned hip hop.
Same way they trying to ban basketball now?
No. They banned hip hop.
Wow.
And the Chinese population and people who did hip hop actually said hip hop ruined their life, and they're going to do their own type of music, but not call it hip hop, because hip hop teaches you how to disrespect your woman, how to be violent, spend money unnecessarily, and that's cool. Have lots of sex, do lots of drugs, and be irresponsible.
But there's also hip hop that teach you how to live, teach you how to grow up, teach you about religion. There's that type of hip hop as well. Mm-hmm. It's not just one kind of hip hop. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
But if we don't control the narrative, which means that we don't get to tell our stories the way that we want to tell them,
they're going to paint it the way they want.
Exactly. If nobody out there is, if you're real into hip hop and you really like to know what hip hop is, hip hop was always about F them, we do what we want, and we're gonna make our own voice.
Facts.
And one of the people who did that was Byron Allen. Now you see what he's going through in the court cases because he got all them. He has all those networks, and they're trying to take that away from him, right? Or his power to have those networks. He said a man asked him, "Why do black people, not black by the way?" black people have to have ownership of things. And he said to them, "God, if I took your daughter and put her on my network, but I did not paint her in the light that you like, and I made her look like an irresponsible little sex crave whore, would you like that? If I made her look the way I wanted to instead of having her look the way that you know her to be?" And he was like, "Hell no." He said, "That's the reason why we need ownership."
Facts.
Because people take our image and make us look sex crazed. They make us look like, I think, like how they use gangster rap really destroyed the inner city.
And the media did that.
Of course.
The media painted that tag. All it took was, first of all, if you have the worldwide power and control of television or radio, you can paint any narrative you want. Let's just get this clear. So once they said out their own raggedy ass mouths, this is called gangster rap, the whole world believed that.
Of course. And then if that's the only image people see, then they believe it.
That's facts.
Because the TV must be right?
Facts.
That's cooning. Look, that's cooning. That's that bullshit.
Shucking and jiving.
Exactly.
That's what they used to call it.
That's that
what
bullshit.
They still call it.
And keeping it honest with you, very honest. Let's do some history. You're well learned, man. Germany killed Jews, right?
Facts.
That's what they say.
That's what they say anyway. Yeah.
I mean, I can't say it did not happen. That's not my point.
Allegedly.
But that's what they say, that the Germans killed the Jews, right?
Okay.
But to make that happen, they took over the media. So all the newspapers, all the radio stations, anything where the masses got information,
Facts.
they took it over to create a war against an ethnic group. Look at the news. When you hear about things in the inner city, what is it? Somebody always dying.
Always dying.
Someone always committed a crime. When you talk about people of brown skin who are not so-called African American but Latin in descent, Boricuas and all them, shout out to you. They're kidnappers, they're illegals, they cross walls and dig tunnels and stuff.
Let's think about it even further. Let's get really into it. The news starts off at what? 5 in the morning. For those that get up to go to work or whatever case, you go to turn the news on and look for weather. Your first 15 stories are murders.
Yeah.
Before they even get to anything that got to do with what might be positive in the city, they just told you 15 stories of murder, which they concentrate on, right? Before you even get to finding out if it's gonna be sunny, rainy, or whatever. That's 5 in the morning. So there's a cast of people that get up early morning to talk to you about murder, to make sure you understand that there's nothing but killing going on. That's what the news brings.
Let's make it even deeper though. What is the purpose of news? North, south, east, west, that's what it meant. But what was the purpose of news? News was to give the people the most necessary information to keep you aware of society. How come we never get any news about suburban areas?
What?
Everything's in the inner city.
Everything.
Because the inner city is the hub of all corporate life. That's where economics begins and ends. Where are the hospitals at? The major cities. Where are the pipelines and factories used to be? In the major cities. And matter of fact, everybody likes sports. Where are all the major team stadiums at? In the major cities. They're in cities. They're not in the suburbs. They're off of highways or around cities. So my thing is this. When we don't control the narrative, we get that slave mentality. And we're going to get into Kanye a little later. He talks about slavery being a choice. But what stereotypes have you seen in hip-hop that sickens you?
I would say the number one stereotype is all rappers are dumb.
Okay.
So that's the number one. That's the key. There's a choice. See, I know people like myself. I love to play dumb. I love to be in a room and act dumb. I'm not dumb worth a damn at all. I like to play it because it's also a part of the game that we are into as far as entertainment. You kind of almost have to actually act real dumb when you're trying to in this industry here, because there's only two things that come out of it. You're either gonna kill somebody or they gonna hurt you. So you gotta play dumb, because you gotta kind of ease and monetize your actual behavior of the contracts and shit that you read and things that you go through and shit like that. So I hate when people just think, oh, he raps, so he doesn't do anything else. Oh, he raps, oh, he doesn't know anything else. Oh, he raps, oh, he's just violent as hell. No, that's not the case. There's some rappers out here, quote unquote, musicians, or what I call them, people that do art. This is art, people, not just rap. I know some people that do art, who are musicians, that got businesses, lawyers, doctors, whatever the case. That's just what they like. It's called a hobby. It's called a hobby. That's their hobby. No, they just don't do that 24/7. They also teach. Right? You don't just do, you're not just a cameraman. You do everything. You're a teacher. Did you know that? Well, you should know that. No, don't put us in one category. Oh, battle rappers can't make music. That's a lie. That's a lie. Do you know what it takes to even formulate? First of all, I do essays if we want to get technical, because I learned it in school. That's how I became to be able to rap. Oh, we forget about that part though. Oh shit, I forgot we wrote essays first. We wrote poems and shit first. It's called poetry. Take the word rap away. I speak poetry. Come on, man. One dimensional? Never.
Well, what Karev want to say? That they think all black men are drug sellers, eat chicken,
chicken and wobbles, yo.
Hamburgers, and all
Ham
that
hocks.
stuff. Yeah. But we're deeper than that. And even when we look at our families, T.I. made a song called "I'm Just Doing My Job," and he's like, "You go to a 9 to 5 because that's what you were able to do in life. I wasn't given a fair education. I wasn't given a fair chance to be the man that you are. I wasn't given that chance. So just like you go to 9 to 5 and bust your ass for that check, I hit these corners and bust my ass for some money to put some food on the table to pay the rent. See, everybody has the same moral obligation in life. That's to live, that's to work. Get paid for your work and take care of your own. That's it. And the sad part is when we have the narrative that men, especially men of color, just want to have sex, kill each other, and right now just hump on white girls and hate black women. That's crazy.
Yeah,
when on television, all black women are over-sexualized.
Always.
They all of them throw drinks on each other.
Always.
And they always have a problem. They always have a nasty attitude. It's a badass problem.
Yes, it is.
Especially when we're trying to teach our children there's something better in life, Goza. But the promise of life isn't given.
But let's not act like everything is just extra perfect either, because sometimes the music that some of these artists put out don't help either. Doesn't help the concept, or doesn't help the belief of what they already believe. So, you know, we got to say that in retrospect. You know what I mean?
The thing about it is, though, alright, I have an artist here with me, so we're really, really going to go deep.
Okay.
We're fighting amongst ourselves.
But
one of the dopest songs made.
Facts.
Check out Blackout, the album. You know, plug it. Go ahead, plug it.
I mean, you know, go check it out, man. Return to the Bad Guy, Fighting Amongst Ourselves, Grumpy Old Man. Video is up right now. You know, just go check it out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
That song was made about how many years ago?
It's a few years now.
But those are the songs that talk about keeping our community alive,
Facts.
Respecting everybody in our community, and making sure our community is able to sustain itself.
Facts.
Rather than talk about gunplay. Even Billy Dan said, like, yo, we need balance, because every song can't be about killing people. MOP does its thing, but we still need
Facts.
music that talks about the good side of life. Like me, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't like most music because I can't relate to it. But there's people who can relate to it, and you don't play music only for me on the radio. You're supposed to play it for everybody. But guess what? They don't. I mean, you know, because they have bills to pay.
Right.
So they have to pay the hottest song at the time when you advertise something.
They have to drain your ears with it constantly, which is another form of what we're talking about. They control
the narrative.
The narrative on that. That's a prime example, right? We just almost hung and crucified. Well, we should have hung and crucified him, but anyway, we what's the dude from Empire that did the hoax?
Jussie Smollett.
That nigga, right?
Juicy.
If nobody had actually looked into the actual situation, we would have believed exactly what he said and what they told us.
Yeah.
Period. Hands down, we would have believed it.
And you know what pissed me off? I'm the Tupac of gay people. The people are using Pac's name out of
facts,
vain.
man. Facts, yo, facts. But we would have believed it just off of the scenario of what they said.
Or the narrative that he's a star, so he wouldn't lie.
But it took somebody to say, hold on, something ain't adding up. You understand what I'm saying? But there's not enough of something ain't adding up. You dig? So that's why we be caught in shit like that.
Yeah, I think with us not controlling the narrative and all the stereotype that's going on, we're missing the point of what hip hop is and who we are.
Fact.
Because here's the stereotype, right? What about the men in the gold teeth? You know, all that in the South. That was used to catalyze men. Slavery type stuff. We wear thug with an honor because of Tupac, right?
Right.
But thugs were always seen as lowlives. So because, but see, the thing about hip hop is we took on those monikers because that's how you see us anyway, and we're gonna put it in your face, and we're gonna show you that we're more than that by wearing that moniker to make you respect us.
So that's how the labels would approach them. They would say, "Yo, okay, for this song here, we need you to wear this grill. We're gonna give you these earrings. I need you to go get as many tattoos as you can. This is how you need to look." This is how they were actually approaching the artists at this time. Oh no, this song. No, we need a lot of ass in this situation.
Yeah.
Go out there and get as many females, drag them through that. That's another thing too.
What's up?
All vixens, video women, they're not.
Oh, they're whores. They're whores.
Sorry, they're not.
All y'all are whores. That's what they said.
Some of them are powerful women.
Shout out to Melissa
powerful
Ford.
mothers.
Love Melissa Ford.
Just straight business women. They're not all whores. I'm sorry. You know what another scenario is? And this is for people with significant others that's in this entertainment business. No, it's not a party every day. Niggas ain't out here shaking and moving and women in your face every day. No, niggas is actually out here doing real business like we doing right now. It's not 1,000 women running in here. We ain't got we not in here popping bottles. Sorry, that's not what hip hop is. That's not what entertainment is. For those who don't understand, get to know the situation or the entertainment or the job that your actually significant other does. If you're a great actor, no, she's not. Every film is not a porno. She's not having sex in every film. She's actually acting. But you're not paying attention. This is the only thing you know, right? Because you watch shit like Empire, which went from a dope role and script to everything is fuck, kill. The whole shit was just out of order after a while.
I don't watch it, so.
Man, me,
yeah,
I stopped. Because it went past, like, oh, this shit was right at first. So, what the hell was this?
The gay guy thrown in the garbage.
Yeah, I ain't even want to even go to that. But I'm just saying, it was more
because that was the narrative of the show.
That shit. But if your significant other is a great actor, great performer, singer, that don't mean she out there, he or she out there, doing all this extra shit that you think you see or you know. Well, I know what y'all be doing. I see it. Yeah, you see it in a goddamn movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not actually how it works.
Right.
First of all, the jewelry you see a nigga wear, he has to get that shit back when the camera go off.
That's right.
Those, man, come on, go talk to him, man.
I mean,
this shit pissing me off.
But I mean, that's the thing though. We believe the stereotypes because of our addiction to the number one drug in the world. What's the most number one drug in the world?
Right now?
Yeah.
I would say the number one drug?
Drug.
Like a drug. I need to know what we talking about here.
I mean,
we talking drug, or we talking?
I mean, what are people mostly addicted to?
Foolery.
Now. Huh?
Foolery and TV.
Well, there you go. And now that it's in your hand and you can't live without it, this has killed us. Now, Kanye said in an interview with Big Boy on Big Boy TV, shout out to Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Everybody said that was some other shit.
He said, Instagram got your bitch.
Wow.
This is her drug right here. And what does every guy do? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I hate social media, but I use it to make heritage hip hop what it is.
Gotcha.
When I go on Instagram, it ain't nothing but ass on Instagram.
I ain't gonna lie, you absolutely right.
When I don't even know what's in a woman's phone. I know what's in a man's phone because I know what's in my phone. You know what I'm saying? And only that, you could get so caught up in the web that you get trapped. And here is videos, here is information, here is music. People are so dumb they don't even know what a phone is, because this is not a phone, everybody. A cell phone, this is not a cellular phone. This is a PDA. It's a personalized digital, what's it called? PDA means something. Forget, y'all look it up yourselves. I don't gotta give y'all information. Do your homework. But a PDA is a device that's used to basically control your life. So guess what?
It's like a planner for your life.
So if you ever didn't know anything, what are you supposed to do?
Research it.
No, you ask Google.
Well, Google fucked a lot of shit up.
Guess how you can find everything on Google. Guess why? Because if one person asks, it's recorded. And if they're recording it, they're seeing how many people are asking the same questions. So all the questions are there because somebody somewhere asked the same question as you did and they made it.
Niggas be like, yeah, Google, what's my phone number? Huh? We forgot about that.
Yeah.
All that shit.
But see, that's the stereotype. That's the stereotype of American culture, not just hip hop. Because hip hop is more than music. Hip hop has become world culture. Exactly. So if the narrative is not controlled by the people who are the characters of this, then what the hell is the message that we're really trying to show and give everybody? You know what I respect? I respect Lil Brother. That's one of my favorite groups. Shout out to Fonte and rapper Big Pooh.
Okay.
Ninth Wonder was a part of the group, and they had an album series before they broke up.
Okay.
The album series was called The Listening and The Minstrel Show, and it was the third album. So the Listening was niggas don't really listen to hip hop.
Right.
So they had a song where my man said, cultivating test tubes, sucking on Instagram titties, and Martians sucking and weed, and they like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? He was like, well, niggas don't listen to the beat. They ain't listening to us.
That's facts though.
And then the second album was called The Minstrel Show. You were watching UBN. Remember UPN?
Mm-hmm.
You Black Niggas Network. UBN. And what they did was they took the television, and you know what the Minstrel Show is? Yes, the balls, yes.
Yes, the balls.
And they took it to a level where they're saying, well, look what's on TV. Come on, man. Where can I go to get breast milk and a left A1? I don't know. Let's go to Fifth and Fashion. They had a father on there, Cornell. I'll pay the bills in this motherfucker. You can't even answer the phone. You get F's on your goddamn report card watching this ignorant minstrel show. Little brother, you be in that shit and you can't get your grades right. That sounds like something that's going on in the house right now. That everybody YouTubing. Everybody's so stuck on what's on TV. We want to know what's on Empire. What's the hottest shit out right now?
Right this second, The Godfather of Harlem, for me anyway.
Okay. No, that's a TV show. That's different.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's different.
Shit dope, y'all.
But we so interested in Wendy Williams' gossip.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out to her because she actually started to make that shit dope. Like she made an entity that now you got little Wendy Williams. She needs a Mother's Day card from all y'all motherfuckers that do gossip on YouTube because y'all bit her style.
You know who show I appreciate though? I ain't gonna front. I appreciate the drink champs, yo.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate it because he just so raw and real with it. So I appreciate shit like that. I watch shit like that. I can't really fuck. I get so mad trying to watch Joe Budden shit. I really do. I be wanting to watch it, but the shit this nigga be saying sometimes, I just be like, nah, I can't watch it. Shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, shit like that. For real, man.
I don't even know what to say off that.
Shout out to Remy for holding it down.
I be wanting to spaz out on that shit, man. Like, oh, come on, man.
But keeping it real though, the thing about like what we were talking about is people get so addicted to this that anything they see on here is what they believe.
Tell me about
What they say about the girl with her ass out in the dirty apartment with a blow up mattress, but you're looking at her butt and like, oh, that's the hottest thing out. Where you got girls twerking with their babies in the background, and people believe in that shit. Like, yo, if I twerk, I could be a millionaire. If I could be a stripper, I could get all that money. And people who strip tell you, don't do that shit. Or you have a plan because you'll get fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There's people, we used to have people who used to tell you, don't do that. This is not good. I remember back in the days when niggas was trying to do drugs and sell drugs and shit. They were like, yo, skills over here. Get the fuck out of here. But now people
run them off.
People so addicted to the hype of being somebody that it's like,
the shit's so bad you can't even tell nobody if a song is just not right, yo.
I can. Most of y'all niggas is garbage.
Niggas just be like, well, I got such and such views.
I don't
like, so
fuck.
what? The song is trash, but
what, 50 Tyson?
No, I'm talking about just in general.
No, you want man to be light skinned, dude.
Just in general, bro.
Fuck as you do, man.
You can't tell
Ice JJ Fish. Yo, you ever heard of Ice JJ Fish?
I heard of him.
One of the worst singers ever. But people support him, so just salute to you.
That's my whole thing. Nigga be like, well, I got such and such views. So fucking what?
Your views don't mean shit.
But they think so. Can't tell them that. You can't tell them that, bro.
Shout out to Russ, who's an artist from New Jersey, because he said, until you can turn your views into revenue, you ain't shit. And he just told the truth. Because that's what heritage hip hop preaches too. Stop paying the middleman, your money. Because while y'all out there talking about stream my album's on Spotify, my album's on Tidal, when they go to Spotify and Tidal, they see your album, but they see everybody else's album. So they can listen to your album for 1 or 2 songs, and then may not get to the best work that you did and go listen to somebody else. So what you did was effectively.
I don't even know the phone number.
1119. Don't put it on yet. Am I live over there?
Yeah, you live.
If you want to call in, call 862-253-1119 and you can get on. Are you taping over here? Alright, give him a taste. Give him 3 things that you do to support.
Alright, I'll give 3 things. First of all, I play everybody's shit at all times on my radio show. Shout out to 8 Squad Rubber Radio. Y'all already know what it is.
The baddest.
I really don't need to talk about that.
In the land. Internet radio in the land.
That's right. I also support by just teaching behind the scenes. You'll be surprised, like I said, you'll be surprised at how many people I actually help. Period. So I don't want to talk about that. They know.
One more. Just give one
And
more.
then I give support by literally, and I mean literally, I be in my community like crazy. But you'll be surprised because y'all don't want to do that either. So that's what's up.
All I'm saying is that breaks the stereotype that all black men look at each other evil. That kills the stereotype all black men are violent. Because this is a man of color who not only sews into the fabric of the hip-hop culture, he sews into society by doing something more than just rapping.
That's right.
And see, that negative stereotype that all men just want to fight, all black men, I'm not black by the way,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
fight,
That's right.
we just
That's
fight, or we just looking to fuck every white girl, you know what I'm saying?
Can
Or we
you
don't
teach
love
them
our
why
women.
you keep saying that part? You're
What
not
part?
black? Because
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they're wondering, like, why do you keep saying
But
that?
that's black, and I'm not. This is the bottom line.
Right.
Plus, black is not a nationality.
It's not.
So when you go to court, if you call yourself black, you forfeited all your white rights because you have no nation.
Facts.
So if you have no national value and you're a color, there's no nation of colors. I don't come from Crayola land. or the continent
Read
of
on it
Crayola.
though.
I'm
It's
good.
there. It's there. Just read on
Yeah.
it.
So keeping it honest with y'all out there, we do support, and Jersey does support. The thing is, do you support those who support you?
No.
Heritage Hip Hop is a platform. I don't want to just keep selling us, but Heritage Hip Hop is a platform to expose the stories of people in New Jersey hip hop culture and the hip hop culture worldwide. If we get into this narrative of Jersey don't support, we're problem focused and not solution driven, and that's a stereotype. Because the stereotype is we're so dumb that we don't know how to handle ourselves.
That's the stereotype.
When the last time you seen a Bugs Bunny cartoon? Yeah, right?
Actually, it's been a minute.
But do you remember how the old Bugs Bunny cartoons where they blow up somebody's face and they were dark and they had big lips and shit? That was called, Samboism.
Samboism. Yeah.
And that was like, making this look like caricatures.
The same shit they got on Drake for.
Yeah.
When he had this shit
that
on
was
his
it.
face.
Story
same
89.
shit.
Yeah.
Same shit.
But the way to beat stereotypes is to be informed. Educate yourself. Unfortunately, they have a stereotype that says if you want to hide information from a black man, you
Put it in a book. But guess what? They fucking proved us right. That's the bad part.
So then what should we be doing? Reading.
Reading our
Researching. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If you never read, what was it, Uncle Tom's Cabin? You will know Uncle Tom, we disrespect the legacy of Uncle Tom by calling somebody who's not for your people Uncle Tom. Because Uncle Tom fought for the people. It was Sambo who didn't fight for the people. Fuck Sambo.
That's
And
a
I'll be
lie.
your Uncle Tom. Because where this born, Uncle Tom fought for the people. You see what I'm saying? And we have people in hip hop that fight for the people. Why do we hear so much people doing gunshots and killing each other, but we don't hear KRS-One or Rakim
They don't play
or
none
Chuck
of that.
D or Immortal Technique
took all that
or
away.
Nick Grant or why don't we hear enough of who else is positive that's doing it? Why is Intelligent on the radio?
Can't they take that away? That's too much. That blocks what they're trying to do. That blocks the image they want us to have. It blocks what the stigma they want stamped on us. It blocks all that. Just like they took the religion out the schools, because if you learn that the actual book don't mean this and that, now we got war.
Well, the thing is, they'll only give it to you if they have a character to play their part. And this is where we get to Kanye West.
Let's talk
How
to
do you
him.
feel about Kanye right now?
I've been new. Now I further know,
Mm-hmm.
he lost his mind, bro. And not like, he might not be like crazy, but some things happened to him once he lost his mind, man, and that's just real shit.
Kanye's a genius.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a genius. Let me tell you why he's a genius. If you know the game and you know how to play it, you're a smart motherfucker. Kanye West came out with
He's
a
been
gospel
in there
album.
for a minute too, so he might, you know what I mean?
He came out with a gospel album and got a ridiculously huge tax break. They said it was a
Yeah,
gift
68
from-
million, right?
Said it was a gift from Jesus.
Wow.
That has nothing to do with reforming to religion. I'm not here to talk about Kanye's faith, but I will tell you, Kanye West is the embodiment of a dangerous person when it comes to hip hop. Because when you have a bunch of people who follow a person relentlessly to the point where they will do anything because that person says something.
Like Marilyn Manson had.
Like Jay-Z has.
Yeah, but Jay-Z
Like-
wasn't doing the shit that Marilyn Manson was
Yeah,
doing.
Marilyn Manson on some other shit.
You know what I'm
But
saying? Like,
think about how powerful you are when you can say, nigga, take off a jersey, put on a button up, and throwback jerseys was played out ever since then.
Yeah, facts.
That's Jay-Z. Kanye West said, I'm gonna be the new standard of hip hop. I'm gonna have people wearing turtlenecks and blazers and book bags.
And he had that shit.
So now Kanye West is saying, I'm God. And if they wrote the Bible today, I'll be one of the most influential people in the world. I'll be in that Bible. When Kanye West says, support Trump and slavery was a choice, that fucks up the stereotype of who people of color are. And the reason why is because now you have a celebrity. And who the fuck says celebrities are our leaders, first
That's
of all?
facts. Never me.
But it took us, when a celebrity say something, we'll run behind that celebrity because he represents the people. When Donald Trump became a president, shout out to Donald Trump, best president ever, not for the reasons why you think. But when you have people go behind Donald Trump, did I confuse you right there? His eyebrow went
to
up.
the shit anyway.
His eyebrow went up.
Yeah.
But when you give the narrative of black, those Democrats keep blacks enslaved, it's like the people who will just follow Kanye relentlessly be like, yeah, Kanye right. He know what he talking about. But if you actually really listen to Kanye West, Kanye don't know shit about most things that's political. Let me ask Kanye West this question. He talking about he'll bring jobs back. He'll do something with taxes and money and education. Those are the most basic forms of government and policy anybody can say. If you really don't understand policy, you really don't understand that athletes control the law more than you as a citizen. That if an athlete doesn't vote on something, you don't get it. Ain't that a bitch? That's why, if you never noticed, most football players, basketball players, baseball players go into politics when they retire.
That's facts. Or television.
So, and speaking of television, Donald Trump is a television star. So was Ronald Reagan, and he fucked up the country too with Reaganomics. So, if we don't know what we're talking about, these stereotypical thoughts and ideas become reality. Where we have people like Cornel West. Shout out to Ross Baraka, his dad, Miri Baraka.
Yeah.
You know, we had like what's my man who he did the book. Dr. what was it? Phil Valentine, Claude Anderson. Those are people who really study and look at the reality of our people in this country. And instead, when Trump became president, instead of sitting with Dr. Claude Anderson, and, even Dr. Francis Cresswelling, R.I.P., he sat down with Steve Harvey, Kanye West, and other entertainers. Now, I'm not knocking the entertainers. Entertain, that's dope. But it was a line in Blood and Bone that really stirred my heart.
Which line was that?
The brother was talking to the white guy at the table, and he was like, your people entertain us. We don't see you as equals. When your dog wants food, does he sit at the table with you, or do you throw him the scraps on the floor and let him eat from the floor? And that's how they see us.
That's how they been
So
seeing
when
it.
they look at hip hop and they use this, the stereotypes of all black women are only good for sex. And these girls believe this and get their bodies altered, and they go to Brazil or Dubai to get butt lifts and sell their bodies for thousands of dollars so people can rape them and shit on them, literally,
Facts.
and use their bodies as nothing but sex vehicles or vessels. We cheapen the creation that God made.
Facts.
When you have people thinking that all black men, I'm not black by the way, but people of color, they say
Color folks.
they say that you are a degenerate, and they use religion and government to make this shit possible. We have a very serious fucking problem.
Yes.
It's October. Wasn't Columbus Day in October? Was it Columbus Day?
I don't pay attention to that
And
shit.
Christopher Columbus wrote articles in his travels that said young boys of brown skin are great to be used for cattle and sex slaves and sexual trafficking, human sex trafficking.
Which is still fucking real. Okay.
is a product of the travels of Christopher Columbus. People believe what he said, those stereotypes. And to this day, there's an arm of Christianity that says that people of color were made as vagrants and to be slaves. And that's why we're so docile, because our people of color, we bear the mark of Cain.
Yeah, the mark of Cain, yeah.
And we're supposed to be taken advantage of by people of fair skin. That's the bullshit. And then when people feel that we're getting too smart or we're getting
they kill us.
too lively, not only do they kill us, they take over the media and they give us things that don't represent us kindly. Like, you remember?
It was in the movie, the movie we just talked about.
Black and Blue?
No, what was it? The shit with The Rock. You remember how the nigga changed the whole narrative of the media?
Yeah, The Rock and
the
Jason
same
Statham.
shit. It's the same shit. They got it be subliminal. It was in all the purges.
That was real though.
I know. That
was real.
Trying to say,
you can kill people and it's okay. That's.
Why you think they pushing it so hard? They made a fucking series out the shit.
Yeah.
They pushing it
because it's not a good story. It's a real story. Check this out. Let me tell you how deep racism is, because I want people to understand this who watch this. I sat at a meeting with people at a table. Once again, Christians, and I'm not saying Christianity is evil, because if you really read the book that you believe in, a lot of the bullshit you do, you need to stop. But I heard a man say, as a white man, he called himself white. I know he ain't white though. He said, as a white man, when we were in school, we heard that slavery ended and that was it. We didn't know about Jim Crow. We didn't know about everything that went on in the Depression, how they were hanging black people.
You believed him when he said? Oh, okay.
Now, he may not have been taught that in school, but a lot of people do believe that racism is a myth in this country, that there's no such thing as white privilege. And Chelsea Handler, on her show on Netflix, Hello Privilege, she said, and this is a great example, white privilege is like a fish swimming in water not knowing he's wet.
Wow. Bars.
That's deep. Because if it's so around you and apparent that you don't even notice it, how could you understand or realize it?
Bars.
White privilege is like a person going into water, because now you're out of your element. Nothing's comfortable. Now you have to adjust. Now we need air canisters. We need things that we can see in the water, where a fish just does what it wants.
Right.
But you're down there like, all right, there's no ground, there's no stable land.
Right.
I'm in the.
I don't know what's under this weed right here. I'm not going past this rock. Like, yeah.
I'm driving.
That's
Oh no,
crazy.
Police lights come on. What do I do? Oh no, I'm in the store. I got accused of stealing. What do I do? Where we have people who believe that people of color are so vagrant that we have, and we watch this shit and don't do nothing. We have videos of women getting jumped by being accused of stealing out of beauty supply stores. And the people
Did
who
you
own
see that shit?
and the people who own it aren't even white. They're people.
They were Indians.
They're
I
people
think.
of color from another branch of society.
They was wilding too, yo.
Yeah, they were.
It was wilding.
What about in Jamaica, where the Chinese lady smacked a little girl in the face?
Yeah.
It was about to burn her out.
They needed to.
Man.
What about, and for me personally, I went to Catholic school when I was younger.
Me too.
I always went to school in North. Shout out to St.
But
Mary's
I'm dumb
School.
though.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember in elementary school, I would ask questions, and my principal, fuck her by the way, and I'm not even gonna say her name, but she turned my 8th grade class against me for really wanting to learn in school. Now I ain't gonna say I was an innocent child, I was an asshole, because
Right.
if you didn't give me what I needed, I was gonna say fuck it and do what I wanted, and that's my fault. I own that. That's my fault. Please, anybody from St. Mary's who watches this,
That's where you was at?
please forgive me. Martin Luther King Boulevard, in between
Okay,
Arts
St.
High
Mary's,
and fucking
okay.
St. Benedict's. Hell
I
yeah.
was at Our Lady Helper Christian. Yeah.
You already
I
know.
kind of did some things. And everything. I was the tallest nigga in my school though.
So, in asking questions, I broke the stereotype and I broke the code of following the norm, and that's what made me an enemy. Hip hop used to not follow the norm. We had a different world, which talked about college.
Everybody was original.
How about this? What the fuck ever happened to the African medallion?
Oh yeah, remember the medallion?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
But we were Afrocentric. And then guess what?
It's a few around. Like if you go to like some flea markets.
Yeah,
and
way,
shit,
way out. But think about this. When the #1 song was Fight the Power, you had a shout out to Wise Intelligent for making this quote. Man, goodness, you brought this back.
Don't forget, what is it, Eastwards?
Yeah, that's X-Clan.
Yeah.
To the, we had X-Clan.
That shit was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was knocking. We had Def Jeff from the West Coast, KRS-One, Wise Intelligent. We had Gangstar. The 5% Nation was running hip hop.
Yeah.
Gods and Earths.
The radio wiped all that shit out. Oh, did I say that? Yeah.
Yeah, basically,
Because
the
you did.
media changed. So we went from Afrocentricity to I got all this ice. I beat that bitch with a bat.
Now we passed that shit. We
Yeah,
shoot
we're
everything.
going.
Everything is being shot.
And now the stereotypes are alive. And going back to my original point, when they find somebody who could carry that stereotype and be a sellout ass punk bitch,
They ride,
hip hop
they ride
takes
the
a
wave.
loss. We let the mainstream tell us that mumble rap is the shit.
It's the shit.
But people who supposed to push the culture forward has
They say
not.
it's fucking cool to wear a dress. You can put on a dress and go to fuck
Did you
outside.
see? Now talk about that.
That's what they said.
Talk about that and the stereotypical shit. Did you see the fucking video with the guy with the wedding dress and the AR?
I didn't watch the shit though, but yeah, I see.
Bruh. And we have shit out here called new masculinity where we got fucking
Talk to him about that.
That nigga
Talk
Pharrell
to him.
dressing like that shit in badminton. We got men. Yo, Tank?
Yo, niggas is wilding off that. They was just talking about that. They were just talking about, shout out to Mav Hopper, you know what I'm saying? He got one of the top shows out. They were just talking about that, bro. What did you think? What did you think? I'm real curious of what you thought of the statement just in general.
The Tank part?
Yeah, the Tank part.
I think, and I'm gonna say this with a smile, I think if you believe that shit, you're gay. And if you like sucking dick, that's your business. I don't give a fuck.
That's on you.
That's your thing.
You,
but
nigga.
don't make it okay to put that shit in the airwaves and think that you're not gonna get talked to about
It's
it.
not okay at all. Man.
Look at the Malik Yoba shit. Look at the Mr. C shit. Now to think about,
But hip hop took a blind eye to that Mr. C shit.
and African Bambaataa, it
They
seems.
took a blind eye to that shit.
And look, here's my point with that. R. Kelly. Because we're not just gonna make it about some homo thing.
Super blind
I'm not
eye.
gonna do that.
Super
What I'm gonna
blind
say
eye.
is, we have to be in control of our shit, so people don't use those examples to define who we are.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But then we might as well start talking about the reverends and pastors and shit too then.
Well, why did it happen? Why did the reverends and pastors do that? Do you know why?
It's wrong. I don't give a fuck.
Let me tell you why they do that.
Reason they had.
Let me tell you why they do that. And shout out to Jay-Z, because if y'all really like Jay-Z like you say you do, you should look at why he do the shit he does. The Magna Carta was made by King Charlemagne.
Facts.
Oh, remember you know who Charlemagne is, right? And he's not the god. So King Charlemagne made a proclamation where the church was gaining too much land. So what they did was they forbid the priest to marry. Now the Bible never said a man had to be celibate to follow God. They used the Paul narrative to push it.
Okay.
Priests were having sex and having kids. In Jewish tradition, when they called a man a rabbi or a teacher, he had a wife and children. Does that mean Jesus was married? I don't know. Can't tell you. I don't really care. But they had families. Because the church was gaining so much land and the government wasn't, they forbid the priest to have sex. So they had to give up the right to have sex to stay priests.
So then they just wow.
So then it caused sexual frustration to a lot of them. And some of them already had the urge. So given, like I said, the Christopher Columbus pin on taking advantage of people of brown skin because they're docile, they're savages, stereotype. Because we're savages now because we kill each other. That's what everybody say, right?
Word of the day, stereotype.
Because of those things, they found the fountain of youth. The fountain of youth is a legendary belief that a child's butthole, if you have sex with it, keeps you young. So that's how a lot of that shit happened. And because the priest was quoted by a priest in New York in the past 2-3 years, because we weren't taught by our church leaders that having sex with boys wasn't a sin, we did it to get rid of our frustration.
They did it to get rid of
They did it. Not us. But yes. And that's why that shit happened.
Which is whack, corny.
But look,
everybody need their.
here's the fucked up part. When they do that shit, why they sending to other countries that were savages to do it? And I don't know if you heard last year, a priest got found guilty of having sex with a boy in the church, and they took him from his place and sent him to a far country on a missionary expedition. And he did it again. And they crucified him and cut his head off. Where's those stories at? And you wonder why when people go to other countries, people killing them with bows and arrows and shit. They don't want that shit there. You know what I'm saying? But once again, not to get too far off topic, we're talking about stereotypes. And the reason why a lot of these stereotypes happen is because we don't control the narrative. We give up our power. Like in the music industry, how is it that a music contract from the 1920s is the same contract right now? Except for that, it's the streaming in it.
But once again, if you don't read or you don't learn about the business, which is 99% paperwork and numbers and shit, how you gonna know anyway?
Well,
all contracts look the same if you don't know what the fuck you're reading.
Well, look, controlling the narrative. Who's the most popular music artist of all time?
Right now?
In your opinion, period, in life.
Any genre?
Whatever.
I'm gonna just go. We just gonna put my boy out there, Eminem.
Okay.
Just put him out there right now.
What did Eminem? Well, Eminem was white, so that gives you a very big advantage. But what did Eminem do that most people don't have the balls to do?
Shit, he went after he went after everybody.
Nah, he made a business move.
Alright, so talk.
He made, what was the shit called? Shady Sirius XM Radio.
Oh yeah.
So he made his own station, so nobody could blackball his shit. And he did it at the top of the game to make people sign up for that shit, which made Sirius a lot of money.
I thought you was about to say the White American song, cause
that was the big move for him, and that gave him a lot of credibility.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit gave him a lot of power after that.
Yeah. But think about what I just said though. He used his power and his privilege to keep the thing going. Whether you like him or not, that's what he did. So shout out to Eminem for that. How many people take their power and influence and fortify the culture, not just their pockets or wallets?
I think Prince did.
And look, when we think about Prince, what do we think about? It's the first thing that comes out in your mind when you think of Prince.
Symbol.
Okay. For most people, it's ass out jeans. For most people, it's the color purple or that symbol. But Prince is the reason why we have Air Jordans. Prince is the reason why people...
I don't think they know that. They don't understand that part.
Talk to him.
I don't think they understand that part.
Did you hear Nas on Drink Champs? He said there was one person he ever wanted to do a song with. It was Prince. And Prince said, "Do you own your masters?" And he said, "No." He said, "Come see me when you do."
Yep.
Prince knew the game. But we don't talk about that part of Prince.
Oh, no.
How about Sam Cooke?
Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke talked the same shit Prince talked.
Fact.
What happened to Sam Cooke?
Didn't he die?
He got killed. What happened to Prince?
He killed him.
Oh, how about Michael Jackson?
They killed him.
You know who they tried to kill? James Brown.
They did try to kill James.
To the point where right now.
But this what makes it all fucked up.
Yeah.
His movie, they fucked that up so bad. There was a lot of lying going on in that shit. Of how they put it together. They put it together like he was just some silly nigga that made music. But it was a lot of wild shit that happened to that man. They covered all that shit up.
Did they talk about Lynn Collins? Did they talk about the JBs?
No, they didn't.
No.
Nah, they left all that shit out.
Did they talk about him working with Full Force?
That's why when you said it, I'm like, well, they didn't even explain that in the movie that they almost tried to kill him.
They're in court right now saying James Brown was murdered, him and his wife.
Wow.
Did you know that part?
Nah.
Yeah, that's going on right now in court today.
Wow.
2019, October 31st. So when this come out, you know we did this before.
Damn, R.I.P. to Pop too, man. Damn, we just lost.
Killed Jimmy?
We just lost, what's the name?
Who?
Pop.
Oh, John Witherspoon,
Yeah,
R.I.P. Yeah.
R.I.P. man, jeez.
But you said Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yeah, a lot happened to that man. They killed him too.
That wasn't in the movie Andre 3000 was in.
No.
But that's the point. If we don't get to tell our own stories and control the narratives, all the stereotypes are real. There's three things people believe, and there's only three gods people believe in as well. The three things people believe are pain, pleasure, and lust. And there's only three gods that people adhere to on a daily basis. That's hunger, pain, and death. To believe in a God means you're special. Because to pray, most people think you're talking to yourself.
Right.
But in prayer, you are talking to yourself.
Check.
And that's the deep part. And for most people out here who don't believe and they follow the stereotypes, until you really go into yourself, you really don't know who you are or what people think about you. In the Bible, which most people who don't want to believe in, because they say there's the white man's book, but there's not a white man in it. Picture that. It says to seek the kingdom of heaven, which is within yourself first. But everybody looking for something outside of here that's not connected to you in here. It also says don't put people in power that's not of your nation, because they'll put you in servitude. Yet we're voting for Caucasians to be our leaders.
Facts.
So Killer Mike said we're voting to see who's the better master.
Killer Mike, salute.
And here's one of the most important things in the Bible that's taught that people don't understand.
Is this why they took all this shit out of school?
No.
Oh, okay.
But here's one of the most important things that they took out so that you couldn't understand this. Where's the kingdom of heaven at?
That's a good question.
You know where it is? It's right inside of here. And for me, it's right inside of here. And for everybody else, it's right inside of here. But you know what? And this bothers me. When I listen to hip-hop, this was all a big thing. When people listen to hip-hop, they don't listen to hip-hop because all you hear is killing, right? You know why I never really listen to gospel music?
Why?
Because most old school gospel music is all about dying.
That's facts.
And all it is going to heaven. You
Old
can't be
hymns?
happy here.
Old hymns we talking about, like old real hymns, gospel hymns.
My favorite gospel song is sung by Albertina Walker, which tells you I don't really listen to hip hop. But Albertina Walker's song is called, it says, "One bright morning I'm going to sail away to a place out over the oceans."
Yeah.
Thus the heavens. Why in most gospel music from the old time religion, that real deep southern bound Christianity, every song is about not being happy here and having to die to find your glory.
Fire and brimstone.
Facts.
Most hip hop today is about having sex, getting high.
Just like true country songs. You ever listen to a true country song?
It's about heartbreak.
Deep depression.
It's about going through some shit.
Yeah, deep depressions is the country joke.
And that's because they tried to take the color out of the country, but when you look back, that country music was colored.
Of course, that's the blues. Country music and the blues went hand in hand. But the sad shit is, most people get down on me because I say, here's a stereotype I believe in.
Okay.
I believe R&B is dead.
Like dead. Like
I believe there's no such thing as R&B nowadays.
washed up.
I think niggas sing or people sing, car pardon me, but I don't think there's no R&B.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, you're fact on that.
Don't all singers look like rappers nowadays? So then where's the split
Almost
of the
sound
genre?
like it.
So where's the split of the genre where the rappers are singing and the singers are rapping? Where's the style? In the 90s, it was a pleasure to hear Jody Watley and Rakim. Friends Will Let You Down. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day with Boys
Memphis
to Men.
Mary, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. Boys to Men. Remember Vibin'?
Yeah.
Now, you had two verses of that. Tretch, Craig Mack, Busta Rhymes. And you had the other one with Keith Murray. And, you know what I'm saying? Redman. And
You knew, you could tell who the rapper was, who the singer was. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what
About
you're
to cut
saying.
Alright.
Alright, that's our time, folks.
Yeah, you also had Redman and Aaron Hall.
Right. Yeah.
So it was a difference.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I'm not saying like the people don't make good music. It's serviceable. It's not just good. It's serviceable. Because I'm gonna forget about your ass as soon as I hear it. But there's no distinction of the genre. So if all black men and all black women are this, then they're gonna lump us all into one thing, and that kills the genre.
That's why I hate. That's why I hate. Speaking of stereotype, I hate. And this goes for male and female, but I hate when a male says all bitches ain't shit, or a lady says
Men ain't
all
shit.
men ain't. No, that's
All men
not
dogs.
fucking true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's just the motherfuckers you come across.
Yeah.
So you're right. It all ties.
I mean, look at the TV shows people watch. You ever seen Looking for Love?
The movie or the
It's an OWN
The
on
series.
Oprah shit. It's
First
a
of all,
series.
I don't watch OWN no more. They be ODing.
Now look, I watch Looking for Love because the women are beautiful.
Okay.
Period. That's it. That's the only reason why. But besides that, it says that the women are looking for men and men don't want serious commitment, and the men say all women just want what's in their pockets. That's a stereotype.
That's a stereotype.
Because then the show is made to crush the stereotype.
Right.
But But on the flip side, to enhance the stereotype, you have Flavor of Love.
Flavor of fucking
Ray
love.
J of Love.
Now, was that coonery? Let's keep it on.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I
Yeah,
wanted to
because they didn't even use their names, and
That was coonery. Like,
but
super coonery.
but to go on a whole nother level, to fuck it up a little more,
Is Love and Hip Hop coonery?
bro, that's my bag. Yo, are we gonna cut right there? We gonna come back? Is Love and Hip Hop coonery? Yeah.
Okay.
Hell fucking
I just wanted to
yeah.
know. I just wanted to know.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at people for trying to stay relevant to the mainstream because they're already relevant, and trying to break their talent out because it's so crowded.
That's why I was
nowadays.
so happy when Cardi B decided and said, I don't want to be a part of that no more.
Hell yeah, because she made it,
Yeah.
and I ain't mad at her.
Yeah, that was dope.
But on some other shit that really bothers me, when it talks about controlling the narrative, because we're going to end this real quick, because this is only a special edition of the Mike Council.
Facts.
To be real with you, here's the thing that bothers me more than anything. Have you ever read the book Behold the Pale Horse?
Not all of it, but go ahead.
So William Cooper said that the powers that be use television to make us slaves and to control the minds while they deal with the other shit that we know nothing about. That's why we don't know about laws.
Right.
That's why we don't know about higher levels of government.
Right.
And they said that we use hours and hours upon our days upon the television, where you even go to sleep with the TV on rather than reading a book or putting something in your mind that you
That's
can
true.
rest in.
I'm a victim of that because I love movies, web series, and shit like that. Now, I watch it for several reasons. One, I watch it for a lot of information. Two, I watch a lot of TV right before I go to write anyway. You know what I'm saying?
That's your mode.
But I also read everything I see, from signs on the street to a little piece of paper. Anything that has information on it, I read it. Even if I don't actually give a fuck about it, I still read it. Right? So I just actually just draw in a lot of information. And to piggyback off what you just said,
Let me back.
what,
Yeah, we don't eat pork.
all right, fuck it. I do. Good. You're right, because do y'all remember the only blackout we ever had in football? I think it was Super Bowl. Do you remember the blackout when the shit just went dark? Okay, it happened. Yeah, okay, it happened.
Oh, you mean the fucking Bears and the
Yeah, it went dark.
49ers and the Ravens?
First time ever in life did that happen.
Yeah.
Do you know that same day, that same night, that morning, over 20-some thousand people got burnt the fuck up?
Nah.
And nobody mentioned it?
I don't know, you mentioned it now. I don't know nothing about that shit.
Yeah.
Pass me that info.
But you can look it up.
Yeah.
It was a straight slaughter massacre the same day of the blackout on the football. We was all tuned into the Super Bowl. That type of shit.
Wow.
It's the type of shit I'm talking about. Okay? Now, right? You see how we so tuned into what Trump is doing, what celebrity just got arrested, shit like that. Do you know it's been over 50-something kids missing?
Yes.
Nobody's paying fucking attention to it?
Yes.
Nobody's talking about that?
Unfortunately. You know what's sad though? This is the saddest thing about stereotypes, that people are so unlearned. I think a lot of these stereotypes don't exist just because of hip hop. It's the premise of the culture that we live in. Because you know what? I've learned more about Black history on Facebook than I ever did in fucking school.
Wow, that's crazy.
And people think I'm a pretty learned man. Look, I'm not. I'm good. Thank you for the compliments.
Right.
But you only as learned as you are taught.
That's facts.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I learned more about Black history on Facebook than I did in a classroom.
I
How
just learned
disgusting
being
is that?
self-taught, like teaching myself information on my own that nobody would fucking show me in the first place.
Yeah. Like Henrietta Lacks, yo. Did you learn about her in school?
No, who is she?
That's the woman who they stole her cells.
I heard about it.
Henrietta
Nobody's
Lacks.
never gotten in depth on it.
There's a movie about it, made by her family.
What's the movie called? So I go check it.
I think it's Henrietta Lacks or something like that.
On what though? Netflix or something?
No, it was on HBO. Once again, ask your phone.
HBO
y'all.
high shit though.
It'll
They
be
don't
on
show
there.
it. You know what I mean?
But Henrietta Lacks. Look at all the people.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Did you all watch the Watchmen TV show? Did you know how many white people said that they didn't even know the Tulsa race riots really happened. That it took them to see the Watchmen to know that happened.
They were clueless about that shit. Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was hurt when I seen the beginning because it's like I was there because once I found out about the story and I read it, and then I'm seeing people actually getting killed in the TV show. It's like I was living that moment, man.
Bro, how about this? And this is the thing that fucks me up even more. I love entertainment because it's the only thing that helps me with my mental issue. And y'all don't know that, but y'all do now. If it's funny to you, fuck you. I'm gonna be real with you though. Entertainment is the one thing that helps me get my mind off of shit. That's why I love hip hop so much, and I love music so much because the music can calm the savage beast. Read about David and Saul. I like comic books because that's how my mom taught me how to read, and that's how we bonded. To keep it real with you, when you read and understand comic book culture,
facts.
Comic books, racism is so apparent in there. Throw everybody in there who like jacking off and having sex. Look, porn, very racist, and it has stereotypes in it. Niggas like wrestling, right? Or people, sorry, like wrestling.
They teach racism throughout the whole shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, fact.
Street profits.
Yeah.
And things like that. The Godfather, Pimps and Hoes, Kamala.
All types of shit, yeah.
Abdullah the Butcher, the Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik, yeah.
All that.
Nikita Koloff, all that shit. Like, it shows you, they teach you that.
New Jack.
I mean, shit, in every Avengers movie, it's all through it too. They showing you, they teach you.
Transformers.
Transformers,
shit,
the nigga bots.
Yeah, all
the
that.
dude who flag was a do-rag.
Just have to
they had a
pay
gold too.
attention, man.
Yeah.
Subliminal shit.
Star
right in your
Wars.
face. All the Star
where
Wars.
other people was drinking water, but the guy Finn was drinking from a pond like a dog. Subtle shit. What's another one? All black people get killed first.
Shit, that would be every Friday 13th.
You know what one of my favorite movies is? The Dark Knight.
Now, The Dark Knight was special.
Because of the mental part of it, right?
Right.
But here's the one thing I'm going to ask you. Did you notice that all people of color died in that movie?
Everybody who
Black.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
They all died.
Tell me one white person that died in that movie.
I'm trying to think now.
Exactly. Because it didn't happen. Think about that shit.
Did you watch The Joker?
No, but I can't wait to see it.
Okay, we're gonna talk about it. When you watch it, and we gotta have a
We got Mike the Cows on the Joker.
Shit, yeah.
Shout out to Double O and everybody downtown that was in it.
Because that was some other shit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, half the world missed all of that shit. So we'll talk.
But what half the world missed about think about Batman, Michael Jai White. You didn't see him die, but they implied that he died.
Right.
Then the men who worked for him were Pen Color, right? They had them on all fours like dogs. They had to fight for their lives like vagrants. Then there was a cop who said, "Yo, are you good? Yo, get up, whatever." And the guy turned around and shot him in the face with a shotgun. Those are all men of color. Just think about how violent that is and what that shows you when you play it in your mind. Because guess what? How many times on television...
Nigga, the first Rambo was like that. Do you remember the first Rambo?
Nah, because I ain't like Rambo.
You gotta watch it.
I like the cartoon though.
Very racist, especially the way they ran into the village and they just start pummeling shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Real shit. The first
I'll
Rambo.
watch it just for that.
Yeah, just for that. Just watch it. Just watch it. I'm telling you. Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say.
That's all right. There's so much to say. You know what I'm saying?
We covered a lot. Shit.
You
Yeah.
can pick anything out the air, man. It's going to work.
We didn't really focus on a lot of things. We wanted to start the conversation because we want to pick this up again.
Facts. Mike Council,
Does-
part 5.
Does hip hop create racial stereotypes? And I say it does.
Yes.
But here's the question that we're going to walk away with. How do you fix it?
Well, shit, we'll find out part 6. I ain't gonna tell y'all now. Y'all gotta come back for part 6.
I'm going to tell y'all
That's a good
something.
ass question, man.
At Heritage Hip Hop, at Fatty's Place, Transparent Credit Repair, Grumpy's World, Wildfire Marketing, we are the media.
That's
So
facts.
we will continue to control
The narrative. That's facts. That's the only thing we're going to do is control the narrative. We can tell our own stories. You're not gonna make shit up.
Exactly. And if you want to come on the Mike Council, hit us up. The number is there, 862
Holla at us.
253-1119. 862-253-1119.
Facts.
So before we get out of here, I just want to say this. Hip hop is bigger than beats, and hip hop is bigger than rhymes.
That's facts.
Hip hop is a culture. We have rules.
Facts.
We have a mandate. We may not have a flag yet, but shout out to David Banner, who brought out the God box, and he actually took the time to make a flag. David Banner was proactive, and instead of being problem focused, he was solution driven. Heritage hip hop is very solution driven. So if you come up with the problem, we're gonna focus on how to fix it, give you the solution, and it's up to you not to be a bitch and to go roll with it. And I say it the way I'm saying it because pain is a lesson. Until you go into your pain, you'll never conquer the pain and realize how strong you are.
Exactly.
That's super fast.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. If you always do what I ain't got, remember you're not gonna get. And we'll end it just like this. Dick Gregory talked about God in prayer. And Dick Gregory said, no, somebody said something about hope. And Dick Gregory said, fuck hope. Hope that you pay your rent. Hope that you eat. It's what you do with your hands and the work that you put in that makes things happen, not hope. Hope is for something that you don't control. You control your life. Hope is for what God has for you when you go beyond this realm. But hope only does so much.
Dope shit.
So until you put your hands to the work, you'll never get what you really want. Give me your social media, by the way, before we go.
Gotta be out here, man. You can holler at me, Google me. I'm there with it.
And yo, we heritage hip hop everywhere. So if you don't see us, you ain't looking.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, we out of here.
Facts.
We say peace.
You already.
And we out.